How's it going, everybody? Welcome to General Hospital MV, my GH After show. Sweeps may be over, but it is certainly still exciting in the city of Port Charles. We got shocking reveals, we got some not so shocking reveals, we got the kickstart of new storylines, we have a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. First off, the beginning of this week had me thinking, is it 2006? Because Alexis had a run-in with Jason on the pier, and she was right back to her old ways, trying to convince Jason to stay out of Sam's life. I have to say that I really enjoyed the scenes of Jason and Sam back on the pier together. It was very emotional, and I thought Kelly and Steve played it to perfection. It was edited beautifully. Of course, I had Jason and Sam's Just You and Me playing in the background. I had all the feels. But man, Alexis's hypocrisy though. Yo, check yourself, Alexis. Julian's been out of jail for like 2 seconds and he's already wreaking havoc everywhere he goes. Julian is trying his very best to see Leo again, and Olivia and Ned are standing their ground and doing the best that they can to keep him away. And of course, Olivia is torn because she knows that if she keeps Julian away from Leo, when he's older, he's gonna have questions, and then he's gonna go to Julian looking for some answers, and then she's gonna look like the bad guy, so she doesn't really know what to do. Julian is being a to put it frankly. He is stalking his son in the park, he is photobombing their Christmas photos. I'm just like, how does anyone like this guy? I'm sorry, you guys, I can't do it with Julian, okay? There's just such blips of annoyance this week, like Franco and Liz getting engaged. I don't care. Andrew has known that he is Andrew for all of 2 seconds, and within those 2 seconds, he got arrested. Since his whereabouts were revealed, the Navy tracked him down and accused him of deserting his position as a Navy SEAL. And of course, the Navy didn't believe the story of what actually happened to him because, you know, it sounded like it was from a soap opera or something. Don't know why they would think that. The Navy seemed that they were going to stand their ground until Sam called Jason for help, and Jason told the story to the Navy. And that actually convinced them to not arrest Andrew, at least for now. Obviously, Andrew wasn't too thrilled to have Jason be the one that helped him out, but what can he do? At least he gets to spend Christmas with his daughter and his wife. Now, unfortunately for Andrew and Sam and, well, everyone involved, the drama has only just begun. Andrew has to break the news to Jake that he is not actually his father. Andrew and Elizabeth pull Jake aside to tell him the news, and Jake did not take it well at all. I have to say, I don't know that kid actor's name, but he is doing a great job. Full disclosure, I do not like that they brought Jake back, and it had nothing to do with the fact that it's Elizabeth's son with Jason or anything. It's just that the story where he died was so good, and the story where he came back alive was so poorly written that it's just like, he's always been a blip, but I can definitely appreciate that actor's talent. Just great performances all around. And if that wasn't enough drama for Andrew to deal with, he then finds out from Kim that Oscar is his son. Not that it surprised the rest of us at this point, but I'm sure Andrew was shocked. At least Oscar is a good kid. The shockwaves of this Andrew-Jason thing are kind of everywhere in Port Charles. For the Quartermains, that means that they have to deal with ELQ and the sheriffs because there is suddenly a new Quartermain. Andrew is in fact Alan's son. Now, Ned had the idea to buy Jason and Andrew out, and Monica obviously wasn't too thrilled with that because it's pretty much getting rid of Andrew's actual birthright. And it was something that Monica and Olivia agreed on. Finally, they stopped butting heads because they had a mutual agreement. I have to say, it actually warms my heart to see these Quartermain scenes play out and that they had a big role in this week's episodes. But I'm so afraid that this is just going to be like a blip on the spectrum of GH as a whole. Time and time again, especially for these last few years, it has seemed that they have thrown these little hints that they're going to rebuild the Quartermain family, and then it just gets pushed away and not mentioned, and they disappear for weeks at a time. But for me personally, those were honestly some of the best scenes that played out this week. The Quartermains are General Hospital, so I need to see them on the screen like they are now on a more regular basis. Especially because the Quartermain clan is so small and we don't even know where Dylan is at this point, and you know, we have Andrew now and we have Oscar now, so there's more Quartermains everywhere. I say let's put them all back into the Quartermain mansion, you know, Monica's house that Alan gave to her. Every time the house gets full, my heart gets full. Now, Jason and Sonny are on a mission to find Cesar Faison, but instead they found Britt Westbourne. That's right, Britt is back on our screens, or at least she was for a split second. I did love seeing her again, and I love that she mentioned her relationship with Spencer. That was one of the things I did like about the character. Sonny and Jason didn't learn a whole lot from Britt, other than the fact that Cesar Faison actually thought Jason was dead this whole time, and that something spooked him, and that he mentioned that there is a traitor somewhere in Port Charles. So they're at least one little step closer to finding out why this whole situation went down. Now, although the show seems like there's, you know, Jason and Andrew all the time, minute, and you know, it kind of is. But there is other things going on in Port Charles. We got to see some pretty funny scenes between Lulu and Maxie this week. They were trying to find out who sold out Ask Man Landers to the invader, and Lulu set off a stink bomb in the invader and got everyone to evacuate the building while they did some searching. What they found was a copy of the paycheck that was written to Nelle Benson for the Ask Man Landers story. They then track her down in the park and confront her right in front of Michael. Michael wasn't too pleased that Nelle did something shady again, and he was just ready to be done with her, and that's when she lowered the boom that she is pregnant with Michael's child. Now Michael obviously didn't believe her, because at this point, who would? He's not that dumb. He's a bit dumb, but he's not that dumb. So he goes to the hospital with Nelle and expects her to take a test to prove that she is pregnant, and she goes in to see Dr. Kim, who is actually working at General Hospital now as an OBGYN, because I guess Kelly Lee is on leave. Now we don't see the test go down, but we see them come out, and Kim confirms that yes, Nelle is pregnant. I honestly don't believe it. I think that somehow Nelle is blackmailing Kim. That's just my theory. I have no proof, I have no spoilers, but that's just my theory. Now, as someone who has watched soap operas for a while, I feel like the only way that this storyline is going to go is a baby swap, because Maxie is also pregnant, as you know, at the same time as Nelle conveniently. And like I said, I don't believe Nelle is pregnant, but I feel like she's going to have that fake baby belly going for the next 9 months, and there's going to be some kind of kidnapping and just a whole mess 9 months from now. Because clearly Nelle is 100% bad, and she's not even really trying to hide it anymore. Did y'all see how smug she was being towards Carly just to announce that she was pregnant? Like, it's insane to me. Michael's got to see that too, right? Like, you're not that blind, Michael. She is loving every second of this. Now I need to go back and talk about Maxie's pregnancy for a minute, because the doctors need Nathan's medical history, which means that they need his father's medical history, which means we may be finally getting a story about who Nathan's real father is. Years ago we were told that it was Victor Cassadine, but it was revealed pretty much right away that that wasn't actually the case, and that Nathan's actual father was much worse. So I wonder who it could be. No need to put that Naxie baby in danger over a secret, Obrecht. You don't want to do that to your grandchild. But yeah, that was the week in Port Charles. Like I said, there was so much to talk about and so much revealed, and it was just a crazy mess, and I have to give kudos where kudos is deserved. Chris and Shelley are doing an amazing job with GH right now. The pacing is quick, the stories are entertaining, and it's just going and going and going, so I give y'all props. We're not even in sweeps anymore. It doesn't even have to be this fast-paced, but it is, and I praise you. Let me know what you guys thought about General Hospital in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a big old thumbs up, and you can subscribe if you want to, and I will catch you guys next week.